Do you want to make sure that you're actively working in all the areas that will make your life and your business a success? Well, stay tuned and I'll show you how. I'm Dr. Kesha Moore of Life in Focus Coaching. And today I'd like to share a focus insight with you that'll be useful for entrepreneurs like myself, as well as for everyday people, because this is a planning and management tool that will allow you to organize your time in a way that is most effective for your life and for your business. Today I'm going to introduce you to the 4-quadrant organizing system, and I'll explain to you why this system is really an important way to make sure that you are achieving balance in your life and in your business. You know, it's really easy for us to gravitate to focusing on things that give us a lot of pleasure, things that are fun, and things that we're really good at, and to ignore things that we think of as boring or things that we're just not that good at. And that kind of imbalance actually winds up hurting us in the long term, because just because something isn't fun doesn't mean it's not important. And there are things that we need to actually grow into and develop our skill set around that we will never actually develop if we continue to ignore them. So the 4-quadrant organizing system actually allows you to organize your time and look at how you're allocating your time amongst the 4 quadrants, and you can immediately see if and where you're out of balance. So what does this organizing system look like? It's essentially a square that's broken into 4 smaller squares. And then the first quadrant to the left is the action quadrant, and that's colored red. Next to it, to the right of that, is a square, which is the second quadrant, and it's the self-development or self-promotion quadrant, and that's colored green. The bottom half of the square to the left is the administrative quadrant, and that's colored yellow. And then to the right of that is the creativity quadrant, and that's colored blue. So each of these colors relate to specific activities that you're doing, and by color coding your schedule, you can actually look and see, do you have balance among the 4 colors? So let's look at each of those quadrants in more detail so you'll know what kinds of activities go into them. So for the first quadrant, the red quadrant, which is the action quadrant, this is where you focus on the goal-directed activities. So these are the activities that you have to do to allow your business and your life to go on. So for a business, if your business is selling shoes, this includes the activities of actually selling the shoes, or actually giving massages to clients, or actually selling incense. So those activities would all be color-coded red. For an individual person, not a business owner, these are the activities that you do that allow your life to continue to go on. So that would include eating, cooking dinner. It would include exercising. It would include going to work. So those are the goal-directed activities. And so you look in your calendar for the day, and all of the activities that you did that were associated with things that helped you to continue to go on, concrete activities in your life or in your business, those you would color code red. So now moving on to the next quadrant, the second quadrant, which is the self-promotion and self-development quadrant. And this is the quadrant that's color-coded green. And this includes activities that are designed to increase your capacity in some way. All of these activities that you would color code green are activities where you're actually growing yourself, or activities for business owners where you're growing your business. So for entrepreneur, activities related to marketing, activities related to networking would all be color-coded green. Whereas for an individual person, activities related to personal development, would all be color-coded green. So it could be things like reading a book on personal development. It could be meditation and prayer. It could be learning a new language. So whatever you're doing that would actually enhance and expand your capacity, those are going to be things that you want to color code green in your schedule. So let's move on to the next quadrant, quadrant number 3, which is the administrative quadrant. And this quadrant is color-coded yellow. So administrative quadrant is exactly what the name implies. It's management. Management of your time, management of your money, management of your resources. So this includes for both businesses and individuals, managing your paperwork, your filing system, your finances, and planning. All of those are administrative activities, and those would all be color-coded yellow in your schedule. And our last quadrant, quadrant number 4, is the creativity quadrant, and that's color-coded blue. So the creativity quadrant is where you develop new ideas. So any activities which actually promote you being able to develop new ideas, those are things that you want to color code blue. So for a business, that might be anything that you do around research and development. So R&D are blue activities. For an individual, anything that enhances your creativity. It could be making a vision board. It could be dreamlining. It could be taking a walk through the park. So whatever are those things that actually enhance your creativity, those are the activities that you would want to color code blue. So what I'd like for you to do is to actually look at your schedule, take a day that you've already completed. So don't do today, but take another day and look at the schedule and literally color code each activity. Decide which quadrant that activity would figure into and put the appropriate color on it. So as you do that for the day, and then if you go back and do it for a week, and then if you go back, if you're really ambitious, and do it for a month, over that time, 1 month, you'll be able to see how balanced your activities in your life are. And it'll become really apparent because of the colors if there's one area that you're spending a lot of time in and focused in, and other areas that you're ignoring. I would suggest for you to restructure your focus to develop the areas that you're not necessarily focusing on right now. Because the key to success is to balance your activities. All 4 of these quadrants are critical for success in your business and for success in your life. And you don't want to ignore or overlook any of them. So I encourage you to take a schedule, to color code your schedule, and to look and see, is there any area where your life and your schedule is out of balance, and then take steps to correct it. I hope you've enjoyed this Focus Insight. If you'd like more advice and resources about how you can improve your organization, your management, productivity skills for your life and your business, please do check out my blog at Living From Your Bliss, which is on my website, www.yourlifeinfocuscoach.com. You can also connect with me via Facebook at Life in Focus Coaching. I encourage you to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our weekly updates, and comment below. Again, I'm Dr. Kesha Moore of Life in Focus Coaching, and I am wishing you a life full of meaning, purpose, and joy. Have a good day.